So maybe my head's big, too big for my body, but I got the wings of an angel, it'll make you cry. Look at all those heads turn, way cooler than a wyvern. It's too bad you can't earn this mount as a guild reward. I'm just a retarded lion mount. Won't you buy me from the Blizzard store? It's a real shame, but you'll probably buy it anyway. Aren't you tired of farming drakes? Flying lions are cake.
Well, besides the fact that I really want a margarita, what else did I learn this week? Number 1! So Blizzard announced that with the next patch they're offering new GM support features, which in layman's terms means they're tired of being bugged with questions and being expected to answer them. So basically it's here's an FAQ and a bunch of other crap to keep you busy through pages and pages of previously asked other stuff. Now, I actually know several GMs in real life, and I know they get asked a ton of really dumbass questions on a daily basis. But at the same time, I also know that many GMs have never touched WoW and don't really care and give some really dumbass responses. And add that recently, response times have suffered dramatically. I have no clue what's going on over there, but I have a friend who has his little ticket window open. It's been like a week. A week! There's no reason it should be that long. Issues need to be addressed faster, and my hope is that this change is so that the little stupid problems they can ignore and get to the bigger major problems, which I would think they'd be doing anyway. In fact, I know they have a whole team that's their job, is to deal with the big things. So yeah, I don't really know what this means, except for the fact that it leaves Blizzard open for jabs from haters who simply are just gonna say this is another reason why Blizzard doesn't care about its fans. I mean, come on guys, let's be honest, Blizzard really isn't doing anything to help the situation either. They keep closing themselves off to fans more and more and more, and I can't think of anyone who likes being directed to an FAQ page when they really just want to talk to a human being. It's like the automated phone system responses you get when you call companies. It's like, press 1 now, press 2 now, en español, número 2. Really? It's usually an infinite amount more annoying than it is actually helpful. Número 2. Okay guys, I don't want to make this into an entire bitch fest episode, but where's all the news and info and new content from Blizzard? It seems like the devs' blackout on the forums is just making information less and less available, and the stuff they do release isn't even that great. I mean, I'm sure a few of you are like, oh, well the devs are answering questions and they have dev blogs. Well, when was the last dev blog you read? Like weeks ago. And the questions? Seriously, have you actually taken the time to read these things? It's fans asking the same questions that devs have responded to 1,000 times, and even then, the new ones, they're like, wow, that's a good idea, but probably not gonna happen. I mean, seriously, 90% of the questions being asked are like the same ones that have been asked a million times over again, and the devs are giving the same answers over and over and over. I fully expect to see another Where's the Player housing post very soon. So let me just say, when the content's as nil as that, doing these videos becomes really hard. Like seriously, I don't know what to talk about because there's nothing of any interest to me out there right now. I mean, if push came to shove, I could just show you pictures of 4.2 bosses. Oh look, he's made of fire. Terrific. Number 3! You know, just as I was settling into the fact that I was pretty okay with 4.1, a full release of all the major changes was published, and let's see here, introduction of Call of Arms, new Valor Point and daily dungeon systems, heirloom tanking gear, guild challenges, ZA and ZG, new archaeology rewards, special underwater mounts, and a whole bunch of other crap. Just take a moment and look at that. That is a lot of content. And it seemed like, as you got more and more information, that wow, they're actually releasing a lot of stuff. But when you break it down, it's really just a list of stuff they left out of the original Cataclysm release when they tried to push out the game before the holiday season. Seriously, if Path of the Titans was on that list, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And while I honestly do look forward to some of the changes, I think I can safely predict that this will provide us with a week, maybe 2 of actual enjoyment before we go back to our usual log in, look around, nothing's going on, log out routine. There just really isn't any actual content there. A lot of fluff. Here's hoping 4.2 is awesome, because 4.1 is some epic trash. My tongue is starting to hurt. Epic. So you bugged and you asked for my macros and you demanded my macros. Well, finally I just decided to screw it, give in and show you guys what I'm working with here. They are completely dumb and a total waste of mana, but you know what? For a face-rolling bastard like me, they are perfect. The first one, as you can see on your screen here, is essentially just a Flame Shock, Earth Shock, free rotation without even having to think. It'll cast Flame Shock, and as long as Flame Shock is still up on the target, it will cast Earth Shock. It waits, and right before Flame Shock is about to go off, it casts Flame Shock again, keeping it on all the time. It's just like one of those fancy schmancy, easy peasy macro things. Love it. Here's how it works, very simple. You can see on my screen, essentially just boom, cast Flame Shock, and then it goes up and around and casts Earth Shock, right? And then, the next thing, of course, because you can see it tick down, boom, Flame Shock again. That's simple. So stupid, so easy. The next one, as you can see on your screen now, is a Wind Shear and Wind Purge. All it is a giant waste of mana, but you know what? I really don't care, because it's sort of for PvP, and I'm not really concerned about mana in PvP, and so I'll just run in and just spam this sucker. This is the thing I developed. If you watched the last episode of Mojo Sucks at Arena, I made this after our 4-man defeat and before our 5-man victory, if that makes any sense. If you watched it, it did. And so this is what I came up with. It's very simple, very stupid. You can see on the screen right now I'm using it. It's silly. It's just a waste of mana, but it does Wind Shear, and as long as Wind Shear is on cooldown, it does purge, Wind Shear. Simple, easy. Like I said, it's just a bunch of complete face-rolling trash. Okay, so maybe I'm looking back at the old raids with like rosy-colored glasses in complete hindsight, but the new heroic modes seem less like, here's a carefully crafted challenge, and more of a, let's see how much crap we can just throw at them and see if they can live through it. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? I never thought this way before, but now, since I've done BWD on heroic, it's just like a light show with extreme damage. There's a ton of stuff going on, and there's explosions everywhere, and there's nameplates everywhere, and it's just damage, but it's not really that challenging once you figure it out, which is kind of sad. I don't know. I'm not sure what I think about this. I expect I'll be reading your thoughts in next week's Zero, yeah, oi! Zero Panda Zero says, shut up! Trolling everyone who's complaining about Kata Arms. It's a great move that will see all you DPS getting faster kills as tanks and healers that normally just raid will start running heroics again. Bye-bye for the minute kills. Now, I may be entirely pessimistic here in my thinking, but having played this game for what seems like forever, I think that 1, most of the raiders I know with decent gear don't really give a crap about mounts and bags of goodies. They would rather just farm it rather than having the chance of dealing with a pug. And 2, most melee that I know are just going to switch to a tank spec when they see that tanks are needed, leading to really awful pugging experiences. And 3, because ranged DPS think healing is so easy, there's gonna be a million more healers now, which I guess on the bright side means that they'll all suck so bad that it'll actually make me look kinda good. In response to the beginning of last week's video, Rival Nightmare says, what was that game in the start? That, my friend, was Dynasty Warrior 7. Oh man, I know it has absolutely nothing to do with WoW, but I cannot stress how much I love this game. It's one of the best in the series, and it actually follows the story instead of before where it was like everyone won depending on who you played. Now it actually follows the story, so like key characters can die, just like they did in Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which is awesome. Anyway, yeah, there's nothing quite like button mashing to kill 1,000 guys to take away the stress of your life. I mean, it blows my mind. It's the exact same story and pretty much the exact same everything, but I'll still relive it 100 times over again. It's that much fun. Yeah, that's pretty much been my week. Says, this guy's a complete faggot. And loving it! Snap-a-Monkey says, the 4.1 patch will have the raid content they promised. 4.1 equals April 1st. Your mind was just blown. Wait, what? This week's failure is you. Yes, you, the player who doesn't buy gold. All you people out there who said gold farming was killing our favorite game. Well, Negative Nancy's, did you know that by actually buying gold, you're bringing hope to the poorest nations of the world? Why the change of heart, you may say? Well, a new report from the World Bank says that gold farmers in China and Vietnam bring more money into their economy at an even better rate than farmers of cash crops. The study estimates that 98 cents of every dollar made from gold farming stays in the nation where the work was done, an impressive number since 7 cents made of everything else like coffee and rice actually stays there. Most of it goes back out into other countries. So basically, gold farming of fake money to sell to fake characters to buy fake items with real money is a better business than going out and growing real anything. Totaling in $3 billion in sales. So if you're anything like me, I bet you wish you had a bunch of little brothers and sisters that you can make work long hours to get in on the ground floor of that market, because damn, that is a lot of money. So it's with a heavy heart that I say, you player who refused to sell out your moral beliefs that real life hard-earned money being spent in the pursuit of entirely fake items in a game you'll probably stop playing in a year is wrong and only serves to ruin the game's overall enjoyment, but now we're only crushing the dreams of Ming Wo, a poor Vietnamese farmer who only wishes one day to send his children to school. You are our failure of the week. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that junk. Hey, be sure to tweet this around and let people know, I'm still doing this thing. It's still here, baby. And as always, to be continued.